Hello, kindred spirits, and welcome to your Lionsgate tarot reading. We are, of course, celebrating and meeting together to kind of bathe in this beautiful energy that is coming through the star portal, the Lionsgate portal. For those of you who are working with the energy, you already know the Lionsgate portal energy is extremely potent. For those of you who may have not heard of the Lionsgate portal, I really highly recommend that you look into the stars alignment and the backstory, the information of the Lionsgate portal. Um, we will be working with the guides and the collective today in bringing the messages and communication for you. Before we get started with the tarot reading, I would first like to share a little bit of the uh, channel messages that came through before we begin, because a lot of messages already flooded through while I was preparing for this video. So let's get right into that. And for those of you who would like to skip to the tarot reading, the timestamp will be down in the description box below. So go ahead and click the timestamps if you are here just for the tarot reading. As for your messages, of course, today the topic is the Lion's Gate, and I picked first the messages that came through were about your totem, your objects. So I picked Luna from, of course, Sailor Moon. Hello, Luna. Please focus on Luna. She's so cute. So cute. It's not focusing. My camera does this like all the time. I don't know why. There we go. Luna. Yeah. And because first I didn't have like a lion's figure. However, the message came through really clearly as to why this was picked. The feline energy. The lion is like the big cat energy, right? And with your pal, you have that big cat energy. However, the way that you are portraying yourself is in a disguised form. So you're like a lion in disguise. I don't know what kind of work you do, or the way that you portray yourself, the way that you are received by the world is like a tiny little cat. But and you kind of very deliberately picked that as well. So the first confirmation, if that is something that has to do with your current situation, they're saying you're in the right direction. You know what you're doing, keep going. Because like Sailor Moon, right? When Luna first approached her, if Luna were to pick a different form, like a big giant lion, like Usangi would probably just scream and run away. So there is something to the form that you take, that you use to communicate. So they're asking me to share. So the way that I portray myself is of course as a VTuber, and I have my personal reasons for that. And you too seem to be doing something very similar, and you have a very good reason to pick this modality. So continue and be confident in your knowing as to why you have chosen this form, this way of doing things. Okay, it might not even be a visual representation, but your ways of doing things, or your ways of being a little bit more um, mysterious. They're saying mysterious, and in a way that people are kind of, they feel at ease being in within your vicinity, within your presence. Okay, so there's that first message. If that is something that aligns with you, then this reading will be for you. Another message that came through was the Girasol quartz that I picked, and I picked this not knowing the meaning. So I looked into it after, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's why, because they clearly pointed to this crystal. And the Girasol quartz is, by other name, it's called the Milky quartz. So this will be your crystal for today's reading. Let me try and see if it wants to focus. Okay, that's pretty much like the best I can do right now. So gerasol quartz, milky quartz, they're also known by another name, sunstone. Yeah, they're called moonstones, sunstones as well. And what really struck me was the name sunstone because the solar energy has a lot to do with this Lionsgate energy. During the Lionsgate, there there are very important star alignments that are happening. So if some of you may already know, of course, Sirius, also known as the spiritual sun, and the sun, our physical sun, also aligns, and Earth in Orion's belt. So double sun energy, spiritual sun, physical sun, aligning with Earth and Orion's belt. And of course, for those of you who are into Egyptian mythology and cultural, the cultural historical aspects of the Lionsgate portal energy, you would know that it also aligns with the Pyramid of Giza. So that alignment in itself is a very potent shift in the astrological movement, and it brings in a lot of potent energy at this time. So a lot of focus on your first solar plexus energy, your vessel as the physical sun, and your spiritual sun. Star Sirius, your guides may be Syrian star seeds. You may have strong connections to the Star Sirius or the Syrian collective as well. And this being the milky quartz, they said uh, milky, nurturing energy. Yeah, a lot of nurturing energy is coming through, a lot of uh, transmissions and upgrades, and and they would like you to receive it in a gentle, comfortable way. So these energies are meant to be soothing. They're meant to be soothing. They're meant to be comfortable. They're meant to nurture your soul. So if you feel any kind of intensity that is a little bit overwhelming at this time, I recommend that you take it as an opportunity to adjust your vessel to receive it in a way, in the amount that is just right for you. Okay, like the amount that is comfortable is the amount that is just right for you for your spiritual ascension at this time. Okay, no more, no less. So fine tune that gauge and practice your intuition in knowing the capacity of the vessel and the quantity of the energy that you are able to have channeled through your vessel at this time. And this is for especially important for those of you who are mediums, intuitives, and you work with directly with energy work. This is something that they're telling me is very important to you. It will kind of upgrade the way that you practice energy healing, energy work, and energetic transmissions from this point onwards as well, so that it is more well suited to your human avatar, your human vessel. Okay. And that's out of the way. So again, a lot of energy is about new beginnings. Lionsgate is of course a very good time for new beginnings or to propel your manifestations forward. They're saying it is sort of like a new beginning. However, it is almost like there's a continuation to this situation that you're in. Meaning it's like the same, not the same, but that old energy revamped. Something taking a new form, but like the same thing that you've been investing energy in for a very long time. So a new way, a new form. It's almost like a reincarnation of an old energy, okay, in that sense. And just for those of you who are well versed in astrology, your sun sign is important at this time. They're saying there is a clue in understanding the nature of your sun sign. They're also pointing me towards the significance of the north node and the south node, your north node and your south node. Learn more about them. There are clues, there are answers into if you are looking to see clarity in your current situation, understanding the placements of your north node and your south node will bring some sort of information that allows you to make a clearer decision, a more confident decision forward in what you're hesitating about. I got the energy. Someone you're like, oh yeah, that hesitation, that like back and forth energy. Um, the clues are in your sun sign, your north node, and your south node. And lastly, sunflowers. Let me take a sip of water. So this may just be a confirmation for a certain individual. A sunflower may be your favorite flowers. You may have been seeing sunflowers. You may, they're saying you're someone who maybe likes a lot of like art and stuff with sunflowers in it. So if that's you, stick around. There's a message for you. For those of you who uh, have not received like a synchronicity with sunflowers recently, um, not study, but learn from the behaviors of a sunflower. They're saying at this time, the sun energy, the spiritual sun and physical sun being extremely potent, they would recommend that you act like a sunflower, which is naturally turned towards the sun. Emphasis on naturally and organically. So, very subtle, intuitive knowings. You just having an unexplainable preference towards something. You suddenly shifting your attention towards something. That shift is you as the sunflower recognizing energetic momentum. Yeah. So if you have that ability, pay extra attention to that at this time, and keep following the flow. Act as if you're a sunflower and just know that you are. They're saying no, that you are always gravitating and being pulled towards the momentum and the currents of energy that is just right for you, and that you're always on the right path, you're always in the right direction, because there is that natural pull. So trust that intuition and trust that knowing at this time. The Lionsgate portal is going to help kind of pull your manifestations in and pull you towards it. So allow this momentum to carry you, allow this flow to move you in a very natural, organic way. Okay? So that is your channeled messages just before we get started. And yeah, let me kind of move things around a little bit so we can start with your tarot reading. Where should I put this? I'll put this here. You can still see your crystal. All right. So let me tune in a little bit more to start receiving more messages for you. You can take a few deep breaths with me and open your energy, open your channel so we can receive together in this co-creative space. Okay. All right. Today we are using the Star Tarot because I already felt a lot of the Syrian energy, the Orion energy, and your star guides. It's just surrounding me at this time. And of course, your ancestors, your spirit team as well. First, I would like to thank you for being here. Thank our guides the energy of love, unconditional love, and source energy for joining us today in our communion. And thank you for being here for us in this time and for sharing the messages and encouraging guidance for our spiritual journey. Let's see your cards. And also, I don't read reversals, so that's just my way of working with my guides. This one, this one. I'm laughing because that's my sun sign. So your sun sign has something to do with your path, a lot of it, and understanding and embracing it, and really embracing your sun sign. So if you're a Virgo like me, embracing your hermit nature, basically, your love for solitude, your love for being an introvert, or just sacred personal space. Yeah. And this is the reflective tarot. So let's see what the stars are ready to help us reflect upon during this Lionsgate portal energy. First of all, the lesson that you have overcome, and you did very well in this, is freeing yourself from the guilt or the limiting belief of you being stuck. Understanding the precious lesson of taking time, being still, taking a pause. The Hanged One, according to the tarot, is someone who chooses to pause, who chooses to hang him or herself to the tree of wisdom for knowledge, for wisdom. Your choice or your phase of what you may have previously referred to as stuckness or stagnancy has been reinterpreted and uh, reframed by you. They're saying great job in that. Understanding that during that sacred time, you are receiving a lot of DNA upgrades. If anything, your soul and your inner being, in accordance to your higher self, knew that there were a lot of DNA upgrades that were happening. A lot of your energetic, like that primordial life force that some of us refer to as the Kundalini energy. It needed time because something big was shifting within your light vessel as a result of a certain spiritual expansion blossoming. Big shift in your energy, in your being, in who you are, that resulted in turning on DNA codes, DNA upgrade, light codes within your body. They're saying that you did very well in understanding what was needed at that time, and also in freeing yourself from the guilt, the shame, or the fear that you were shackled, that you were like the devil was, because it wasn't moving, therefore it was bad. Like, because I was still, I needed pause, therefore it was just, you know, what's the word? I was confined. The feeling of you being confined by the lack of momentum or the lack of movement forward. So the first congratulations is you understanding that lesson and recognizing the shadow that maybe at times may speak a little bit of discouragement or self blame towards yourself. that was just your human self, your ego being in fear of being not being free, fear of uh, confinement or not having a way out. And at the same time, your inner being and your higher self knew that you were grounding something very big into the physical, and that this was needed. So again, just your guides are just giving me a lot of like them. I'm seeing them with like around, just like clapping their hands, and they're like, "Whoa, great job! You finally saw that there's no such thing as stuckness." And the feeling, the narrative that came with it, and the stories, the interpretation of the situation was able to be reframed completely, and they're saying completely this time by you. So this big upgrade is going to be one that is extremely useful for your path onwards, okay? At this time, they would like to also because my guides, my collectives are like this. They usually just want to congratulate you on the things that you've done well, because they want to amplify that energy, okay? um Congratulations on you coming out to shine your light, on you working together with your inner child first, your guides, your star collectives, your friends in the ether, um and in a very balanced masculine and feminine energy as well. Congratulations on that, and congratulations on the sun finally dawning. So you, I feel like even though there are things that you were unsure about, you decided that, you know what, I'm going to step forward and shine. I'm going to show myself. It is a new day. It is like all these energies are learned, are understood. It is a new version of me. And that dawn is bringing about multiple blossomings in your spiritual understanding of life. Your guides would highly just want you to look around of how many breakthroughs you've had, how many reframes, how many upgrades and uh, ascension basically have occurred during this period and is continuously occurring now. And really thank yourself for that, because these are what has been waiting to manifest for a while in a very tangible way, in a physical way. So this new beginning, as we talked about earlier in the channeled messages as well, is one that allows you to start or to embark on this journey in a much more joyful way. You'll have so much fun. They're saying if anything, they're already seeing you having so much fun. And your guides and your higher self are just extremely happy for this embodiment. The avatar self, your human self, coming to this point and finally sitting on that throne in a fun, quirky, abundant way. Because like whatever you're doing, like we talked about earlier, it's something different. It's something out of the norms, out of the just traditional ways of doing things. You may be a VTuber like me. You may have some other fun ways of of communicating and shining your light. And like, yeah, some other people may not enjoy like wearing cloaks like with patterns of grapes on it and putting like stuff flowers on their crowns. But yeah, it's your reality. It is you. It's your energy. So embracing fully your energy, honoring fully your nature and the ways that you want to go about life. Yeah, the fun, colorful ways that you want to take this journey with your co-creative friends in the ether. So again, congratulations on especially this transformation, because they're saying it took a lot out of you for you to get here. A lot. Multiple transformations working very, very well with balancing your masculine, your feminine, growing it in tandem, having the masculine and feminine course up your spine in a beautiful helix that is reaching up to meet source energy. And I feel that is reflecting in your physical vessel as well. So you may feel more at ease in your body. You may feel shifts in your body that are in a positive nature. So know that these are signs that you are, like, you're the sunflower facing the sun. You're in the right direction towards the spiritual sun, the physical sun, and that they are allowing you to shine this light in, they're telling me, in a way that is very, very unique to you. So I'm just so excited to find out if any of you want to share what you have been doing, because to me, like, my modality is this, right? It's fun for me, you know. What is your fun? And I would love to know. So leave that in the comment if you feel like sharing, to kind of, be here for one another in all our uniqueness of, like, what stuff are we co-creating with the universe, in our own ways. Let me take a sip of water. Okay. I'm also water scrying, so I just saw a lotus, a sun, of course, and a house. A house. So belonging, feeling of belonging. So I feel like what they're saying, what you at this Science Gate portal, the energy that is coming towards you, that they would like you to open and receive, is first your spiritual blossoming, the lotus, the sun, you being the illumination, or and also the illumination from our guides, source energy. So a lot of outward giving energy. Yeah, Six of Cups, giving. So, and again, congratulations on, like, you coming out, and thank you in the way that you serve the world by being you. And the house, a sense of belonging, a sacred space that you are, the thing you have been creating. Be open to that coming into physical form, coming in, like, showing up as evidence in your reality as well. And from here onwards, they want to talk about your sun sign. And they're asking me to share my story. Okay. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Virgo sun. I'm a VTuber, obviously. The reason I picked this modality is because, first, I'm a hermit. I value privacy. I love solitude, being with myself and being with my close circle of the people that I love. And in that understanding of my nature, this is what I enjoy. Before, I was, I was here. I was like, oh, is this authentic? I was blaming myself. I was guilting myself. I was in shame. I was like, oh, everybody's coming out at them as themselves. Like, am I hiding? Am I masking? It's just all these different uh conflicting energy within me. And I took a pause. I took a long pause. If you have noticed my channel, I'm reorganizing everything. I actually debuted on the 8th last year's Lionsgate. And it took me like a year to fully embrace what I want to do, you know? And it might have taken that amount of time or longer for you as well. And I feel like from here on, our energy is very similar. You're already very respectful to your nature, you know what you value, what you would like to preserve, that are precious to you, and therefore the answer is this way of doing things. Only you know that this way of doing things, that may be quirky, maybe out of the norms for other, but it's you. So from here on, that's your guiding light. Who you are is your guiding light. In whatever question you're having, in the answers that you seek, the answers is going within, facing yourself, learning about yourself, and truly embracing it. Right? The Lionsgate portal is opening up at the peak, one of the peaks of your spiritual journey, which means this is a very important time for you in recognizing your inner wisdom as the knower. Like, there is a wise knower in you. And then you also have like companions, right? Some of you may have your pets. Some of you, it's passed on loved ones, ancestors, your collective, yeah, your soul team. So they are working with you. They are like, they're here beside you. However, the direction, the clarity, they need it from you. And they're saying you have come a very long way and you've already seen quite clearly who you are. Honor and respect that, okay? And let that be your guiding light. And protect and carry this self, this version of your human in this timeline, like a guiding lantern. So whatever direction you embark upon in your creations, in your spiritual journey, in meeting people, going places, doing things, keep that burning bright. So say if your modality or if your way of doing energy work, of healing, of being of service, of shining your light, serves you to be fully you, meaning you in your highest energetic form. You in where your electromagnetic field is just in flow, it's sparkly, it's golden, it's iridescent. That's the way, right? Nothing else matters. This portal is opening so you can truly see clearly what is the main focus here. The main focus is keeping that ojas, that biofield, that electromagnetic field, a comfortable, freeing, loving one for you to be in. So whatever form it takes, let it be. Let it be, because your soul knows that that is your nurturing. That's you nurturing yourself. Yeah? Let me take a sip of water, and they want to talk a little bit more about this. And they're saying this story that I told, it's a little bit different for you, right? Whatever your sun sign is. That nature. Like, if you're someone who's like really outgoing and you're just like really like to be in the spotlight, then respect it. If you're one who connects best in that space and you feel like yourself and you're energized and you're full of love of the self and everything in that way of shining, then let yourself be in the light. Yeah? Just because it's like they're saying there's no right or wrong way of doing anything, but it's just understanding what is the way that allows you to be the brightest star that you are at each given moment in time, meaning you may evolve, meaning it is a continuous growth. So who knows, one way, this might not be my form. For now, this is what I'm having fun with. Same for you. Yeah. So, take it one step at a time. Pacing is also very important at this time because you are learning to see clearer and clearer your true self and the direction that you align with. If you are manifesting, taking steps forward in your spiritual journey, in your ascension, in your career, or material, like your worldly paths, um, check in with yourself as you go. Is the pacing right? Like, do I want to slow down? Do I really want to make this decision right now? Do I want to put this out right now? Am I ready? Do I truly feel aligned? Because the Knight of Pentacle is like the slowest moving knight because of its elemental quality as well. And this energy is being asked to assist you at this time because it benefits you, your spirit, like it's most conducive to your spiritual learning. Yeah. So take your time, whatever can be, extended. If there's a deadline, you don't feel comfortable with it, you ask for more time, give yourself more time. um they're saying you'll benefit a lot from a slower pacing, which allows you to check in with yourself as you go, which allows you to check in with your guides as you go. And also at this time, receiving more downloads, more transmissions, more energy, because who knows what you're going to receive. You may receive something and then, bam, you shift again. There's a new light in that lantern. Your direction's changing again. You're giving me an analogy of a GPS that navigates the terrain in real time. So, whatever unknown you are embarking upon, it seems to be one that is very extremely unique to your spiritual path that has been designed by you and the cosmos, your source, and all that, they're giving you just all the collectives that are really excited to see your journey unfold because it could be one of the new not component, the new, they're giving me a word. I can't, what is it, love? What is it? It's a brand new manifestation in the timeline, specifically because of the way that you're doing it, and your, especially because of your human experience, what you've gone through in life and who you have become today. So um they're saying that's why it feels sometimes unpredictable to you, because even in your alternate timelines, in your other realities, this way of doing things may have not been tried out before. Yeah. So congratulations. Like, that's growth, right? That's growth. Like, to embark on into the unknown, because the unknown is where the growth lies. It's where the potentials are. And if this isn't unknown to your different, higher self in the different dimensions and across timeline, and you have that big expansion, and it's still an unknown. Like, how exciting is that? How exciting is that? Hmm. Yeah. So I feel they're stepping back. I feel them stepping back. So yeah, I feel like that's your message for the Lionsgate portal. So again, congratulations on that breakthrough. There's no stuckness. You are in flow. Everything happens for a reason. You took a pause. It was extremely in alignment. Continue to shine your light in your fun, creative, exciting way that your inner child loves. Like they tell me their inner child loves this way of doing things. So congratulations on that too, and congratulations on seeing clearly and honoring who you are, your true nature, and respectfully going forward in honor of that knowing of and having that light, that inner knower be the one that guides you. Congratulations also on that. And there is just saying, keep doing that. Everything's going to unfold beautifully as always for you. So thank you so much again for being here with me. Thank you, your guides. My guides are collectives, the ancestors, our star guides, source energy, and just basically any any energy of love that are here today. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for all the messages. Thank you for the encouragement and for your loving support. I feel they're just like giving hugs, you're giving hugs and stuff. So take that in. Okay. Yeah, thank you, and I hope to see you again here next time in LOVERIA. If you enjoyed your time here with us, comment, subscribe, be a part of LOVERIA, and drop by sometimes when you feel called to. Yeah. So I'll see you again next time whenever the universal energy calls for us to be here again together. And remember, the universe is by your side, and your soul knows the way. Bye bye.